post.
All right, we'll take questions once we do an opening statement with Coach. So just when you're ready, let us know.
Yeah, it was good to be back in Hinkle. Obviously, we love being here on Saturday afternoons or early evening. I thought the crowd was fantastic and gave us a boost. Really liked, obviously knew what Eastern Illinois had. They're capable. They're growing and finding their identity, and they've got a couple guys that you got to pay attention to. I thought the first 10 minutes of each half, our energy, intensity, attention to detail was exactly where we practiced and needed it to be. Then we had drop-offs, and a lot of that was, we tied our emotions to missing good shots. Well, we had to go out of great looks that just didn't fall, and you still got to be able to get it done on the other side of the ball, when that happens. So it was good to have Bryce, be able to establish the paint when that happens, and have Aaron do what he did and just make good decisions and get to the basket and make his free throws, things that, you do when you're just finding a way to win. So they're not going to fall every night. We'll take those shots every time. It's good to have less than 10 turnovers. We've been harping on it and preaching it and working on fundamentals, and so it's good to see some results on that side of the ball, because I think when we take care of the ball, it's a we're a team that can produce offensively, and obviously if we don't throw it to them and they lay it up, it helps our defense. So we're growing, taking another step, and I thought tonight was a good one.
Sure. Bryce, guess what do you like about how the Dogs have evolved so far, and I guess what do you think like you still need to work on? Like that coach was saying, your half-court defense when you set up still seems to be pretty stable.
Yeah, I think we've had a lot of growth over the last couple of weeks on both sides of the ball. And, those things come. We have a young team, so we're still figuring things out. We're not even at full strength yet. We're waiting on Bo to get back, waiting on Enzi to get back. Tate was back out there for the first time today, so it's constantly changing. But we're still trying to get a groove for each other. And obviously I think there's been a lot of growth over the last couple of weeks. And I think the thing we're still kind of just finishing teams out. We come out, like Coach said, both halves, get up early, then we get a little bit lackadaisical. So I think the biggest thing for us right now is just finishing teams, Once they're down, put them away, and let's get out of here.
Aaron, maybe same thing for you. I mean, you got 10 assists on the night, but really Butler didn't shoot quite as well as you usually do. I guess what do you want to see the Dogs become on offense?
I guess just stay confident in ourselves through when we're not making shots. Don't get down on ourselves. Just play with confidence and don't pass up any looks on shots we know we can make. I think that we're finding the shots that we want. So.
As a point guard, is that that's kind of your duty to get guys into good spots and shots they can make? Because there was a lot of that even also maybe to win.
Yeah, I think that's a part of my role. It's also part of my role to encourage guys to shoot them when they're open. Encourage guys to keep shooting when they're not having their best night. And then kind of just directing guys to get in the right spots on offense and having good pace. We try to get on and run a little bit more tonight. Our defense lead the offense. So yeah, I guess that's part of my role.
It must be nice to have someone like Ty Gross allow the ball to like a pterodactyl up there sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Aaron, you drew 8 fouls today. Is that something that you're actively trying to do, or is that kind of just the way that the other team is defending?
I think I do a good job with drawing fouls. I think I've grown at that over the years. I learned how to draw fouls, and when I can, and when refs are telling me to not flop and stuff like that, want to make it realistic. So I think I've done a good job with that. It helped tonight. I made my free throws. So yeah.
Bryce, your offense has really come to life these past few games. What are you feeling about that? Is it just like a mood change with you? What's happening?
Yeah, honestly, just, teammates keeping confidence in me. Obviously, I started off a little bit slow, but no one lost faith in me. And I kind of just fed off that energy. Obviously, I've had some success over the last couple of games, but it's all came from my teammates just believing in me. Obviously, I'm a senior, so the guys trust me. Guys want me to be out there. Guys believe in me. So it's really all it comes from. So.
See, Val, I know with so many capable players, it's hard to decide who gets what minutes, but is there any reason why Miles Bowman didn't play at all today?
No, it's the hard thing when you got a ton of capable guys is practice and you're trying to get into a rhythm and flow, and then truth is Christian's been playing really well and sound at a high level, and Ty played really well tonight, and as we keep preaching to the group, just stay ready. Stay ready. DJ Hughes, stay ready. Christian David, stay ready. Miles is going to have his nights. Obviously Chuck, and with Tate back in the lineup. So, this group embracing the fact that it could be anybody on any given night, and that's a great thing. And now emotionally, you got to be able to handle it with some maturity and continue to compete every day in practice. And I thought Miles did that. But obviously, we make those decisions, and guys trust the coaching staffs, and then they trust each other. And his teammates, they don't stop believing in each other, regardless of who it is.
You mentioned emotions. Was it difficult after kind of an emotional win Tuesday at Oklahoma to get going and get ready and be sharp in this game. I guess you alluded to the fast starts and the 2 halves and then kind of drop.
No, it was difficult to go to sleep at 5 in the morning and recover from that. With the overtime and getting back in the time change and all physically, but emotionally, I thought our guys. Yesterday, the last 2 days. I thought our defense, against our scout team's really good. They challenged the heck out of us because you got guys like Tate and Christian or Wilmuth. I mean, you got talented guys, Pierce Thomas, and so every day you get a challenge. And I thought the 2 days of practice preparation, that's a lesson that we've grown in with the group, preparing well, and then that translating into how we come out and compete. So I thought we had that in practice, and we had it today. For, like I said, the start of both halves.
You mentioned Pierce. Have you made a decision yet on whether to redshirt him? He hasn't had any minutes yet.
To be honest, it's typically end of the year decision, but where Pierce is and kind of where the lineup is, that's the plan at this point. And obviously things change. I remember having a conversation with Bryce when he had a shoulder injury as a freshman, about redshirt, not redshirt, and then or John Michael and some guys go down, and next thing you know he's in, and so. You just don't want to do is waste. Pierce is going to be a really good player. He's going to be really good for Butler. So you don't want to, have somebody just waste it when you got 4 good years to help us. And he competes every day in practice. And there's been times when guys earn their way, kind of earn their way out of it because they're helping us so much and you believe in them. So, but that's the plan right now.
I asked the other day, is there a chance that Lindsey and Joe would be back for Big East play, or is it still too indeterminate?
For Big East play?
Big East play, yeah.
Yeah, that's the prayer. So obviously, where I'm very strong in my faith. So I'll just keep praying that, for them to battle through the recoveries, and we got a great training staff that's pushing them every day as much as they can be pushed. But no real timeline, but we're prayerful.
Coach, obviously Tate's healthy enough to be back now. But after he's been out for so long, there's a lot of rust to shake off and all that. Where do you feel he's at versus where he was 9 months ago before the injury?
Miles, no pun intended. He's way ahead of where he was. Obviously, he's a fearless young man, and he works. His effort and engagement level is unbelievable in terms of guys that have the answers in the film room when we're talking through strategy, and he's like first to speak up. Hasn't thought twice as he's gotten back on the court and practices. You don't see him favoring or looking down or even worried about making a cut or jumping or landing. I mean, he's, a lot of it's the mental side of getting back out there when you go through something like that and just trusting your body again. And so he's been flying around like Miles Tate. Obviously there's a rhythm to get back in games, and he's on the scout team. He's not playing, necessarily Bryce and those guys. So who you're out there with matters, but it's just good to see him, all the efforts that he's put through and our training staff has put through, pay off to get him to this point, because I think it's been remarkable in terms of his timeline.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.